What is up, YouTube? We are back with another episode of the Jeremy Dewitte saga. We have a three-parter today, and I am super excited to finish this mother up. Y'all, I'm trying to go through this as fast as I can. Y'all are super interested in Jeremy Dewitte, and the comments I've been getting about him have made my efforts worthwhile, because I know I'm not the only one who thinks that he's absolutely manic and insane. So, I appreciate all the comments. Please comment more, like, comment, and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Before we get started, please go ahead and check out that link up here so you can go to the beginning of my playlist where I am analyzing all the media about Jeremy Dewitte as his newest court case is scheduled to appear in September, I believe. So, hopefully I finish this by September. I really want to. I love reading everything about him. And yeah, let's go ahead and do it. All right, so now we are on the Correspondence. The Correspondence. After admitting to violating his 5-year sex offender probation in place of an 8-year prison sentence, Jeremy Dewitte became an inmate at Graceville Correctional Facility in Jackson County, Florida, 5 hours from his home in Orlando, Florida. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison with credit for 109 days. At the time, Graceville Correctional Facility was only 2 years old and housed 1,884 male inmates. It is an adult level 5 correctional facility. Is that really high? Is that the highest? I don't know the prison system. Visiting hours are on the weekends, and during the week, inmates have opportunities to learn about graphic design, computers, and repairs, and there's even a class for future barbers. Okay, so it's not maximum security. Unless those have that option, but I don't think they do. Whatever. On September 8th, 2009, less than 3 months after arriving at Graceville, a judge received a letter from Jeremy Dewitte asking for clarification of his sentence. So I think clarification is just revisiting his sentence and seeing if they'll, reappraise his sentence and, reduce it. But something that you have to know is that he has been getting breaks so often up until this point. Even up until this year, I feel like the police have been very lenient with him. In his arrest video that I reacted to just last week, you'll notice that the police are very understanding towards him, which I don't know. I feel like anyone who tests the police like that so much, I think that the police, having police be patient with you at that point is it's a lot to ask for. So I feel like they've been very lenient to him in many different respects. So the fact he's asking for clarification, looks like he asked for it twice or 3 times, is concerning. It's entitlement. On October 2nd, 2009, the judge denied Jeremy's petition for clarification. On October 6, 2009, Jeremy filed another petition for clarification, and on November 4th, 2009, the judge denied his petition yet again. Some time passed when Jeremy Dewitte was in year 2 of his 4-year prison sentence with credit for 109 days. He filed another motion on May 18, 2011 for post-conviction relief. He was pro se, also known as his own attorney at this time. In the 8-page handwritten motion, Jeremy asked the court to clarify his sentence. He served as his own attorney. Well, because hasn't he gone through a lot of attorneys, or at least 2, and they didn't want anything to do with him? That's so odd. Can you even still be your own attorney in the court of law? I feel like people wouldn't even advise that. Even attorneys would advise, don't be your own attorney. I'm fairly certain, especially this guy. Ooh. In the correspondence, he stated his prison sentence was longer than what was agreed upon by the court. Jeremy Dewitte also went on to complain about ineffective counsel and stated his attorney did not make him aware that violating a sex offender probation would cause 47 days of his Department of Corrections credit to be forfeited. Okay. I guess he wasn't happy with his counsel. Girl, I bet you anything the counsel was not happy with you. He believed he was sentenced to 4 years or 366 days of prison credit. Instead, he lost 47 days. Jeremy Dewitte claimed he was only given 28 days of jail credit instead of 109 days. He asked the judge to compel the Department of Corrections to comply with the court. The 8-page letter was written on May 13, 2011 and received on May 18, 2011. On June 12, 2014, I can read, I promise, this correspondence was ordered to be stricken by Judge Janet C. Thorpe, and on October 9, 2014, Jeremy Dewitte's motion for post-conviction relief was denied. Finally, people are denying him. I feel like he's gotten so many, leniencies that would not be awarded to most of us. By the time Jeremy Dewitte had already been released from prison after serving only 2 of the 4 years he was sentenced to, he had also started a company called Metro State Special Services. Okay. I'm going to go on to the business. We're on the business now. The correspondence too, I looked at it. It's the letter itself. It's insanity. It's like he's trying to talk himself up as like a lawyer. I personally will not be going through it because I could spend an entire video just on that. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But for right now, we're moving on to the business. The business. It's still unclear when Jeremy Dewitte started Metro State Special Services. His badges and uniforms state it was established in 2010. On television and in police recordings in 2019, he said he ran his business for the last 10 years with no problems. Okay, so this is the famous Metro State Special Services and his officers and the sergeant. What? Yet in May of 2011, Jeremy sent a correspondence from prison while serving a 4-year prison sentence and being released after 2 years. Metro State Special Services was also not registered in the state of Florida until February 2019 after someone informed police about Jeremy Dewitte's business practices. So for 9 years, they're just doing this business and it wasn't registered and nobody questioned it. Han, how are you, like, I have some opinions about that because it's clear that your prerogative was never to register this as a legit business. Your prerogative was to pretend you're a cop. And nobody's going to question someone who looks like a cop, so that's why it probably didn't go reported for that long, now that I'm thinking about it. Interesting. When Jeremy Dewitte was released from Graceville Correctional Facility, he stayed out of legal troubles, at least criminally. On January 12, 2009, he filed a personal injury suit against State Farm Fire and Casualty Company. The insurance was in his wife, Renaya Dewitte's name. In 2009, Renaya still went by her maiden name of, Abdelrahman. On December 30th, 2015, Jeremy Dewitte filed another civil lawsuit against a different insurance company for $15,000. Jeremy was able to afford insurance in his own name at the time. David Moffat from the law firm Morgan & Morgan was his attorney, and another attorney enters the battlefield. From 2013 to 2017, Jeremy Dewitte was ticketed multiple times. On December 26, 2013, he was ticketed for unlawful speeding. It appears this is the first time he met and retained his current attorney, Amir Ladan. Okay. What the? Is that a gun? What is he? What? Someone was allowed to walk around with all that for 9 years. Okay. For 4 years, Jeremy used various attorneys for traffic citations involving driving on the wrong side of the road, speeding, using loud horns and red and blue lights, and impeding traffic. Oh my gosh. Many of these tickets were a result of his funeral escort business in Central Florida. But it wasn't really a business because it wasn't registered, so it was just a group of guys on some sort of payroll pretending to be cops. That's what it was. Metro State Special Services was a company used almost exclusively with funeral homes and churches. The purpose of this business was to lead grieving friends and family from churches to burial sites. It's noble, I get it, but why do you have to dress like a cop? The traffic tickets suggested there were actions occurring during these funeral processions that were outside of the scope of what was lawful. During this time, Jeremy Dewitte met with his attorney Mark Najim and Sheriff Jerry Demings at Orange County Sheriff's Office. There were concerns with law enforcement about the direction this new company was going in, and the sheriff wanted to make it very clear what could and could not happen on the road. Jeremy was given at least one letter clarifying what Metro State Special Services was allowed to do and how the uniforms should appear. Okay, more pictures of their motorcycles. Okay. There didn't appear to be anything else that stood out in the years between Jeremy Dewitte's prison release and 2017, except for one incident on September 8, 2014. On this day, Jeremy and his attorney Daniel Lapina filed a petition for a name change in front of Judge Diana M. Tennis. A name change and you're a sex offender? Oh, okay, it goes on to it. As a registered sex offender, Jeremy Dewitte had to register nearly everything he did, from creating online accounts to moving down the street. Yes, that system isn't perfect. I get it. But here's an idea. Don't be a sex offender. Any changes to his name or his identity would also be something he would have to register, and it would immediately grab the attention of law enforcement. Well, yeah. On October 16, 2014, Judge Tennis dismissed the petition. We love her. Jeremy Charles Dewitte would have to continue to use his original name. This 2014 attempt to change his name and identity would come up again 4 years later. The secrets. Oh gosh, I think 3 is my max. 3 is my max because it's just insanity what this man. Oh, is that his wife? Oh, okay. He. I was about to say that's an officer and his wife, but it's not. He's not a police officer, but he looks like a police officer. Oh my god. Okay, she got coach. I guess being a fake cop is lucrative. According to law enforcement, Jeremy Dewitte married Renaya Abdulrahman, an Egyptian immigrant who was 5 years older than her husband 15 years ago in 2005. It should be noted Jeremy was also charged with lewd or lascivious battery on a minor in January of 2005. Renaya Dewitte used her maiden name until 2009. Okay, so she went ahead and married this guy knowing he's a sex offender. That's all I'm going to say. In court documents, there are statements made by witnesses that suggest despite finding the Muslim bride he had always wanted, Jeremy wasn't fulfilled in his marriage. It's kind of creepy you're specifically looking for a Muslim bride. A little creepy. Like you're looking specifically for someone with a religious and cultural affiliation. I mean, if it's within your own culture, I would understand it, but kind of weird. Whatever. The witnesses state Jeremy Dewitte had been cheating on his wife for years, and his favorite way of finding other women was through dating applications and websites. Ashley Madison was one of those sites. You scumbag. The Ashley Madison Agency is an online dating service founded in Canada in 2002. The slogan of the company is "Life is short, have an affair." Straight people. It was very clear what the online experience offered. It was used for those who were married or in a relationship to meet and have fun on the side. There's Jeremy Dewitte, probably on Ashley Madison if they had an app, if apps existed back then, and he looks like an officer. Every single photo, he looks like an officer. Every single one. He's a dirty officer now, dirty in the pants. The company was hacked on July 15, 2015, I remember that, and all of the client information, including emails, names, home addresses, and credit card information was released. This didn't appear to have any effect on Jeremy Dewitte because on March 4th, 2018, while using the pseudonym SFOPS 2015, he contacted a woman who caught his attention. SFOPS 2015 was later revealed to mean Special Forces Operations. It isn't clear if 2015 was the year Jeremy Dewitte created the username. Okay, and there's a girl. He sent the woman a wink and a message, something he stated he normally didn't do, I'm sure. Girl, we all believe you. I believe this is the first time you've done this. I totally believe. Yeah, that weed isn't mine. Totally not my weed. The woman ignored his messages, but not to be deterred, Jeremy Dewitte contacted her again on March 15th, 2018, and asked for access to her private photos on the app. On March 21st, 2018, the woman whose name was Jennifer responded to Jeremy Dewitte's messages. She apologized for not getting back to him and stated she liked his previous message. The two went on to exchange a few more messages where Jeremy made it clear he didn't want a woman who only wanted money from him or a woman who wasn't exotic. What money? You're already married. Your wife didn't marry you for your millions. she didn't marry you because of her aspirations to marry a federally convicted criminal. Like, girl. Okay, and this is their disgusting chat. No, I don't know why straight people use apps for this kind of thing. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Okay, your profile says speak Arabic. Yeah, okay. He told Jennifer he had just returned to Orlando from a business trip in North Carolina. He didn't get into the specifics of what the business trip was for. Jeremy Dewitte suggested the conversations should continue on another messaging app called Kik. Kik, I remember Kik. Kik was my jam. A lot of creepers on Kik, though. Do not give your Kik. If you're watching this and you're under the age of 18, don't give your Kik to strangers. If you're over 18, don't give your Kik to strangers. Jennifer gave him her Kik username, and after mutually marking each other as favorites, they continued to speak on Kik Messenger. These messages would later be added to court documents as time went on, and the girl from Ashley Madison learned more about Jeremy Dewitte. A double agent, I believe. Yo, this is crazy. Every single step he makes is somehow a misstep, and I don't understand it. I don't get it. He's my Chris Chan. He's my Chris Chan. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I am very active on there. I respond to all of my DMs. I appreciate hearing from you guys and your opinions on this series. We will come back another day to do more of these, okay? All right, thank you so much, and take it easy.